Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited because the team at Colorit was kind enough to send me their latest release, which is Mandalas Volume 5. They've come out with quite a few mandala books, obviously. This is Volume 5. So they have the 5 now, and then they also have like a travel one. But I really like these because one, they're spiral bound. So you can just flip it over and kind of work on it as you want. It's a hard cover like all Colorit books, but the patterns are beautiful and the paper is thick. So unlike all my other mandala books that aren't made by Colorit, I can't use markers or, water-based markers or watercolor because, most of them are Create Space paper. So I have to be very careful with it. Whereas these ones have this thick, awesome paper that I've already done a watercolor test in one. So I've done quite a few different tests. They do great with watercolor pencils. They do great with water-based products. They do great with ink tints. So I was really excited to get this one. I will leave a link in the description below if you are interested. It'd be a good Christmas gift as well. I'm filming this right before Christmas, but so as usual, the first page has the volume 5. This is book 46, talks about the illustrations. Now, the blotter page. Every book has a blotter page, but they always have something different. And what I really like about this one, one is just keep in mind they're always perforated so you can pull them out. But I like this one because it gives you a color wheel to create fun and good looking mandalas, because color balance is really important with a mandala. So they talk about complementary colors, which are directly across from the wheel. Obviously you don't have to just do orange and blue, but if you did, you could do different shades of orange and different shades of blue. Or you could do orange and blue and then add red, violet, and yellow, green. You have to pick something across. Analogous colors, can never say that word, are 3 colors next to one another. So that's another way. And then we have the triadic colors. So you kind of do the triangle on the wheel. So if you were to draw a triangle, those are what you would get. So I thought that was pretty nifty. All right, so let's flip through and we are going to do a demo today. I purchased the Tombow dual brush pens in the pastel set, and then I have my colorless blender, and we're going to play around and color a little bit of a mandala. Probably not a whole one because these things are pretty big, but I just wanted to kind of test it out and have some fun, and I love pastels. So here is the belongs to page. This would be fun to splash some watercolor around it too. All right, and the first mandala, again, remember all perforated edges, so if you want to pull them out and stick them on a clipboard or frame them, you can. I really like that, it's very pretty. These are my favorite types, the floral. This one is really pretty. Now, it's very small, so I wouldn't use Tombows. You're not going to get a lot of bleeding on this paper, though, so don't worry about that. But more like a bullet alcohol marker or gel pen or a fine liner for these smaller, more intricate ones. Same with this. You'd probably want to tackle that with something more fine point. That one's pretty, too. That one you would definitely want to do like a gel pen or fine liner. And then they've got these in some of their books, so it's like a mixture of mandalas. Oh, that one's pretty. This, like I said, these are my favorite type, just nice and fun. These ones would take you a while with all those little spots, but again, fine liners, even the Sharpie ultra fine points work really well. Bic intensity, same with that. And you can always look up color palettes too if you're not sure what to use. That one. Oh, that one would be fun. Oh, very pretty. This one looks like it got cut off there a little. I wonder if that was intentional. One of these days I want to sit down and like just finish a whole Colorit mandala book, because I don't have to just use glitter gel pens, which I normally use in those other ones, but it's because the paper. So fine line. So again, you'd want a nice ultra fine point. I'm starting to get into those Sharpies. Sharpie has all those different colored packs. Oh my gosh, it's a dangerous rabbit hole, but they would work excellent. If you hear loud bangs, it's snowing and they are plowing. That would be a fun one. Oh, look at that. This is a big one. This would take a little while. It got cut off too, but I'm thinking that's probably intentional. It's more like a zoomed in. I like that one too. Mandalas, I know not everyone loves, but I feel everyone should give them a try. And the thing is they're meant to help you relax. I do mandalas to relax, but also, oh, I like that one. That might be a maybe for my Tombows today. I do them as like a coloring palette cleanser, you know, when I'm just overwhelmed with all my coloring, you know, I want to just do a mandala and relax, pick a couple colors, zone out. I like that one too. That's the point of them. They shouldn't stress you out. They should be relaxing. That might look good in pastels too. Oh, I love this one. Ooh, I have some new Sharpies. I'm probably gonna try on that one. Oh, that one is crazy. Look at all the design work in there. Ooh. Okay, this one will take a while. That one, don't plan on tackling in a day. Ooh. That would be cute as pastel too. See, this would be fun. So you can have a really tight mandala in here and then just kind of pull it outward. Oh, that one's very nice too. I'm liking that one. Each one I look at, I'm thinking, which one do I want to do in pastels? I want to try out these new Tombows. That's another one you'd want to tackle with a fine liner or gel pen. Unless you want to do it like out of the lines. Oh, there's another one. Busy, busy. I like how they overlap too, so the circle of this mandala is overlapping that one. You can do them in different colors. You can do it all in the same color. It's really up to you. It's a pretty one as well. Oops. But yeah, I thought I would demo, show you how the Tombows work in here. Oh, that one's pretty. That would take a while too. And then I'll probably finish the rest off camera and then share it on Instagram, because these will take longer with these Tombows. Oh my, look at that one. This would be fun. That like you could do some cool backgrounds with all of these as well, because it is nice paper. It's not copy paper. It's very good paper. So like you can use your distress inks, you can use watercolor, and like literally from the pan watercolor. Oh, I like that one as well. And that is the end. So let's see, which one should we do a demo on with some pretty pastel colors? I want one with thicker lines because I'm very new to Tombows. And while I know they work well in this paper, because I have tested the water-based, I don't know if my skills will keep me within the lines. So let's find one that I feel confident. That one's a maybe. Yeah, like I definitely couldn't tackle these little ones till I got more. Like the Tombows do have the fine point. If you're unaware, they do have this little point. So you can use these even in those tight knit ones. I'm just so new to it, I want to do the brush marker. So what I'll do is I'm going to flip through and try and find the page I want, and then I will get it set up with a blotter page, and then I'll be back and we'll do a quick demo. Okay, I picked my page. I'm going to actually pull out my blotter, so I like to fold it, and these tear off really easy, but I still do a quick fold. And then of course you pick your page, fold it over. It's nice because then you can do these on the go. You don't need like a clipboard. I'm just making sure. Like I said, their paper is so thick. You're like, is it that? And then I'm going to use the back side because I want to keep that pretty color wheel. Okay, I think we're going to try this one. So let's pull out these Tombows. Yep, I'm in love with Tombows now, guys. But so this is the brush tip. And then they have the little, you know, bullet nib, always nice. But I'm a beginner, so I think I'm going to use, oops, let's do something simple. Beginner friendly. What color is this? I know they have, oh, that's right. Tombows just have numbers. Why do they do that? I'm thinking these are both purples because the others look blue. All right, so let's just play around with these. I have the colorless blender too, just in case, but I want to try the brush nib end. Okay, so I kind of want to just blend it out into the lighter color. I may have to use my little blender depending on how, oh, they blend perfectly on this paper. I might not need my blender. I also have the blender in case I want to drag a color. So that's one nice thing about those colorless blenders. And just remember, since this is water-based, it doesn't evaporate as quickly as alcohol-based. And so even on the best paper, you need to be very aware of the strokes you're making here, okay? So it will buckle because this is water-based. It's not evaporating. It's sitting there soaking in to that paper. Also, you want to avoid pilling. This isn't watercolor paper, so it will pill if you're not careful with it. So move in one direction. Never move back and forth on this paper or any brand. That's, you know, not a watercolor paper. This is great paper, excellent for pencils, excellent for these mediums, amazing for alcohol markers. With alcohol markers, you can be a little bit more, you know, carefree, but with these water-based, you want to be very careful because you don't want to pill that paper. Once you pill it, well, you can't really go back. So less is more too. Like, you can always come back and add more. Just let it dry. Another little fun tip, have your heat tool, because they do help dry these water-based ones, because see, it's even damp still down there. So just something to keep in mind. But I just wanted to see what we could blend out. I don't know if I'd call this color pastel. It's awfully bright, but I'm going to stick to a very simple color palette. So probably just these 4 pastels. And the reason for that is because on some of them, I'm going to use one color and drag that one color, because that's the beauty of the colorless blender. You can drag it a tiny bit and create some white space. All right, see, I can stay in the lines when I have like a big open space. Now it is still wet, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to plug in my heat tool and just dry it. Again, water-based markers don't evaporate. I mean, alcohol markers, this would have been dry by the time I got to the next petal. Also, keep in mind, see how my paper is buckling? That's the heat and this drying. So this is drying and shrinking back in and buckling my paper. Now what you could do if you don't like the buckles is take a bunch of clips. I actually have another Colorit book over here that I'm getting ready to do on a live stream. So see how I have clipped it all over, and what I did is I clipped it to the hard cardboard backing. So I've got clips everywhere, and that will keep it from buckling as I do watercolor pencils. And so on this one, I want to test on my blotter page and see what this color is. Okay, so it's that. I just want to make sure these purples, yeah, I'm glad I tested that because those would not have looked as cute together. So let's do the bluish one, which is 553. What I'm going to do in this case is just a teensy bit to the edge. Then I'm going to take my colorless blender, and it kind of drags it out a little. It also mutes out the color, but it drags it out, so it creates a natural highlight. So I'm going to do that again. And you can actually, if you want the color more concentrated up here, then just drag from the bottom and not all the way at the top. Like I can go back and add more color to those ones if I feel it's too muted. Like see, so I could just drag here at the bottom into the white space. You do want to go up a teensy bit so it doesn't look like you just have a line. But yeah, I can just drag from the bottom there and then kind of like move it around very gently so you don't pill the paper, of course. And now I've created like a little gradient, kind of like with pencils, you know, you just drag them out. Now say with these, you know, some of these little fine areas I could probably finesse, but if I'm not feeling it, I always have the nifty little end here. It's a nice thing about the Tombows. These are the Tombow ABT, water-based, not alcohol. So yeah. And then let's see, we'll just keep going around here. I think I'll finish this little part, and then what I'll do is probably pause the demo, and then I will definitely finish this and upload it. I am on a pastel kick, so of course I bought pastel Tombows. Of course, after I bought these, I realized that one of my art subscription boxes gave me 2 of the colors that came in the pastel set. So I was like, oh, shoot. Because one of my art boxes gave me a set of all blues, which would be great for winter. But I just wanted to see how these worked. Also, if you're using water-based markers in these books, keep in mind you don't have to move as quickly as you would with alcohol. So alcohol-based markers obviously are going to bleed, or not bleed, evaporate. And so, you know, you'll have to like shade one area and quickly move to blend, whereas with water-based, you don't have to. I mean, this is going to be dry for a little while, or wet for a little while before it dries. So you are totally good to kind of fill in a few extras. Oh, I hear the puppy already getting mad at us, guys. She's like, you're in your mandala relaxation zone. Okay, so I might not be able to finish this petal, but I wanted to demo the Tombows. Let me dry it. Because I want to show you one more thing that you can do with like your Tombow. If you can't afford Tombow, there's Amazon Basics. Colorit has their water brush markers as well, water-based. You know, so there's a ton of brands you can use. They're all great. But one thing I wanted to show you is, say after you've blended and dried, now be very careful. Feel the paper. If you feel it already starting to pill, you need to be cautious. But I'm going to take my fine tip and just kind of add some last minute accents. Now, if you have like the full range of Tombows, you could totally get a different color and do this, but I'm just kind of deepening a few things here and there. And then, of course, you'll want to dry it. Similar to watercolors, you know, the faster you dry it, the better it is for the paper. And it dries pretty quick. So yeah, this is how the Tombows work. This is basically how any water-based marker is going to work. Like I said, Colorit has a line of them, so you could try theirs as well and just play around with those. But anything's going to work because this is great paper. And look, by the way, this didn't bleed at all, and you don't even see the buckling right here. So it's just buckling up here because this is constricting as it, you know, dries. So it's not buckling through the actual paper itself. It's just the reaction to the heat. So that's one thing I really like about their mandala books. I think I'm only missing 2 of their mandala books. So I need to get my hands on those bad boys. I'm going to keep plugging away at this, so keep an eye out on Instagram. I'm going to leave a link in the description below for the mandala book. It is now on sale. And again, thank you to the team at Colorit for sending this to me. I was super giddy to get this because I absolutely loved color mandalas. And so this is perfect for not only holiday stress, but everyday stress. And if you guys have any questions for me about mediums I have used in these Colorit books, or any questions, suggestions for coloring mandalas on a better quality paper like these, totally leave those in the comments below and I will get back to you. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye now.